series of bilateral discussions, business networking, and investment cooperation. This visit has given us a true understanding of what makes Mauritius such a truly lovely oceanic nation. Coming from Ghana, which has undoubtedly the world's friendliest people, the similarities in our people, culture, history, and our vision are striking. Once again, on behalf of the good people of Ghana and my delegation, I wish to express my sincerest appreciation to you, Mr. Prime Minister, for the invitation, and to also thank Her Excellency President Amina Gurib Fakim for the elaborate and warm welcome we have had since our arrival here. The bilateral agreements, trade and political cooperation between our two countries have been made even stronger by this visit. We're returning to Ghana to prepare ourselves to receive the business delegation that we expect will be visiting us in November as a quick follow-up to the many positive outcomes that this state visit has delivered. The signing on this trip of a mutual visa exemptions agreement to allow your citizens to also visit Ghana without any restrictions within a 90-day time frame has therefore been long overdue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ties between the Republic of Ghana and the Republic of Mauritius are premised on a long history of friendship, trust, and cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce that today we have signed an agreement on mutual visa exemption, which provides for the waiving of visa requirements for diplomatic and service passport holders and for Mauritian nationals holding ordinary passports wishing to travel to Ghana for a period not exceeding 90 days. This will be instrumental in improving interconnectivity and the movement of people between our two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by saying that I am confident that we will continue to work together for the promotion of peace and security in the region and in the world.
My visit to Mauritius begins a process that will crown years of collaboration and discussions at the highest level towards strengthening bilateral trade and political cooperation between our two countries. From our discussions today, shortly upon our arrival with Her Excellency, the President, and the just concluded discussions with Mr. Prime Minister, it is evident that a number of mutually beneficial opportunities for our two countries and for our business people. Your Excellency, my visit is a follow-up to the signing of the General Cooperation Agreement and the agreement for the establishment of a permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation in 2014. In 2014, the net exports to Ghana from Mauritius amounted to only $526,000, while net imports from Ghana to Mauritius amounted to just a meager $333,000. We can definitely improve on our trade, and the business community in Ghana is more than ready and willing to tap into the Mauritian market.
So in the next 10 years, the maritime hub would become the heart of our whole economy. And this is where we have not an option when it comes to Africa. Africa is not an option. Ghana is not an option. Ghana is a necessity for our survival. Africa is a necessity for our survival in the long term. We've met hardly a few hours, Mr. President. I trust you. We trust you, and we know that this beautiful partnership, which is here to stay well after we are departed, would set the basis for long-term development both for Ghana and Mauritius.
I want to warmly welcome all of you to this business networking forum on the occasion of my state visit to Mauritius. We have gotten to this point following a few years of interaction that have fostered great understanding between our two investment institutions, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center and the Mauritius Board of Investment. In our meeting yesterday, we have concluded to use Ghana as the bridgehead for Mauritius investments into West Africa. In the next 5 years, when we complete the Millennium Challenge Compact, Ghana will be the most efficient power producer in the West African sub-region. We're also making huge investments in renewable energy, especially with solar. Despite current challenges, Ghana's fundamentals remain very robust. Average GDP growth rates of between 5 and 6%. As I said, Ghana is a beacon of democracy, strong political stability, and effective government. Our efforts continue to diversify the Ghanaian economy, and this provides a lot of opportunities for investment, especially under the Agenda for Transformation, which is the medium framework vision that was presented to Parliament recently. They say that the taste of the pudding is in the eating, or the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating and not just observing it. And I hope that the majority of you will take the advantage to come and see our beautiful country. Thank you very much. God bless. Today, I invite you to join hands with me and the people of our two countries to make this relationship work as a pivotal example of South-South cooperation. Our success stories will bring many other countries on board for the attainment of broader cooperation, integration, sustainable development, and empowerment of our African continent. I'm confident that the signing of the General Cooperation Agreement and the agreement for the establishment of a permanent joint commission for cooperation in May 2014 will deliver the objectives we have set ourselves. The exploratory visits to Ghana by companies and senior government officials of Mauritius, including the Deputy Prime Minister's visit in 2013, opened the way to this state visit. I'm also appreciative of the visit by the chairman of the Board of Investment and a business team to Accra earlier this month. The business prospects identified in Mauritius and in Ghana by our private sector teams would yield fruitful results. All these, altogether, will provide us with a stronger opportunity to strengthen cooperation between our two great countries. Ghana remains a champion of integration on the African continent and will continue to give true meaning to our advocacy for proper and practical integration of Africa. Collaboration between the Ghana Standards Authority and the Mauritian Standards Bureau, and also in the fields of higher education, science and technology, are further demonstrations of our commitment to partner each other for growth. We've already seen the successful entry into the educational sector of Mauritius by a Ghanaian investor with the establishment of the African Leadership College, a private university.
What told me today, I'm a proud Ghanaian. And therefore, Mr. President, I feel extremely honored that you would visit us today as we officially inaugurate the premises.
We don't have any natural resources, mineral resources in Mauritius, but it comes through human development. That is the source of sustainable development. And projects like the ones being envisaged in Ghana with the collaboration of Mauritius is above all opportunities for employment, for the development of human resources. And of course all this depends on training and education.
In fact, it's exciting to see a Ghanaian entrepreneur like Fred tackling Africa's major challenge through organizations such as the African Leadership Group. It's also a good decision to have the AL Group headquartered in Mauritius, especially following our recent efforts to strengthen bilateral and economic relations between Ghana and Mauritius. Our two countries share a common history of slavery, colonialism, and exploitation. The archaeological excavations at the Pravasi Ghats World Heritage Site and the stories told me about the Limon cultural landscape and the monuments of nature hits me as reminders of what we can achieve when we are determined to fight against poverty, disease, and squalor, with a view to creating wealth and prosperity for our people. Our forebears fought and succeeded. As a Prime Minister, I'm also certain that we shall succeed. We have also on this trip signed the framework agreement for the development and implementation of the Tema Technology Park project, which seeks not only to create 5,000 direct jobs, but also serve as an ICT hub in the West African sub-region. The project has been categorized into two phases, with an initial commitment of $75 million, scaling up to $250 million by the end of the second phase. Ladies and gentlemen, the prospects of our two countries are enormous. I also trust that we shall work together for our common good. As we prepare to leave Mauritius at the end of this 3-day state visit, you can be assured that the relationships and the memories that have been established over these past few days will remain with us forever. I wish to thank you most sincerely for your hospitality and the progress that we have made so far. May God bless Ghana-Mauritius friendship. May God bless our two people, and may God bless us all. Thank you very much.